Sorry, you guys had to listen to me blow my nose. But we're still waiting. Still waiting. Ugh. Hi, Nick. Yeah, we're still waiting. I don't know what's going on. I have my CB massively turned down though, but I was on the phone with one of the trucks, like the first 5 trucks, and he still isn't loaded. They're still not rolling. I guess that there is a semi truck broken down in the intersection in front of the job site. Hi, Doc. How are you? Jordan, it's 9:30 in the morning. It's not afternoon, goofball. You must be on the East Coast. Dang East Coasters. I still haven't gotten loaded. I've been on the clock now for over an hour because we start our time at start time. Hi, Chuck. How are you? I'm awesome, Doc. I wish I could go home. Ronnie, it is not noon. It's still morning. It's like not even fully light here yet. Hi, Mike. Oh, hi, Neil. How's the UK treating you? Oh, Nick, that's only like a 1 day ordeal if you have all the parts. Yeah, Ronnie, I've had the same Bluetooth headset for 10 years now. Thanks, thanks. Oh, Perry, that's very cool. Yeah, I'm going to Con Expo here in a few weeks. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to go, and last time it was at the beginning of COVID BS, and I was also pregnant and super tired all the time, so we didn't go. And I'm super excited. No, Michael, I don't go to Ritchie Brothers. I just go to the James G. Murphy one. I've never been to a Ritchie Brothers auction before. Too far away. Oh, thanks, Jordan. I still haven't driven the 77. Not yet. Everybody working? Hi, Daryl. How are you? Oh, thanks, Larry. That's really nice. Ronnie. I at this point, I kind of wish I had because I've been in the truck for 3 hours now and I haven't done anything. I guess I mean I'm gonna get paid for at least a few hours. I'm hoping they call us off and I can just go home. Because at this point, like the day hasn't gotten rolling, so I'm like kind of just ready to go home. Neil, so we start at our start time. Like that's the time I start my ticket, and they get paid, and I get paid from then on. And then if they don't load us, I'll charge them for 4 hours, and I'll just go home and park the truck. Oh, thank you, Daryl. That's very nice of you. Yeah, Ronnie. I'm just killing time on live right now. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, what's everybody up to? Anybody going to Con Expo? Is there anything anybody wants to see there? I've only seen like photos of it from like far away. Richard, I don't know anything about. I've seen videos of people in wheelchairs getting in and out of trucks, but I don't know anything about it. Ronnie, it's always in Las Vegas. It's just like SEMA, but construction equipment. Hi, Doug. How are you? I'm excited. I'm so excited. So, do you have the big truck on the road yet? Ryan, I don't know what that means. I Both of our trucks, we only have two, are on the road, and the big one is mine, I would assume, because it's truck and trailer and it hauls 33 tons. And then I would call the 77 little, but maybe that's me. So the 77's been doing some home deliveries, and I've just been doing my thing, working out, doing construction. It was a little slow in January, but it picked up, and then it's been pretty busy in February, and I can already see that the springtime busyness is already starting to come. Hi, Paul. Pretty bored of this already, but I guess I've been sitting here for hours, so it makes sense why I'm bored. I'm just lucky that the Seattle cops have more important things to worry about than trucks sitting. It used to be that trucks, they would get really uppity about you parking in Seattle as a truck, and now they don't say anything because they're freaking following crack addicts around and you know whatever. Uh, I've been to that Con Expo over 100 times too. It's huge. So I would think, John, to be able to go to it 100 times, it would have had to have happened 100 times. But it happens every 3 years, so I don't know how many times you've been, but that's really cool. Um, yeah, I've been in a truck now for 16 years, almost 17. I I definitely one of the reasons why I bought my own truck is because I didn't want to be in the truck until I was 58, which is how old I would have to be to retire from the union. And I don't really want to be in a truck every single day of my life until I have grandkids, or even after. I would assume that I'll have grandkids before I'm 58, being that Kale's 13 now. But I don't know. Maybe he won't have kids. Maybe I screwed him up enough where he won't want kids. Yeah, Ronnie, I love going to work. I don't. So the difference between, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I think the difference between men and women is that, like, while I'm at work, like, all I can think about is how I'm failing as a mom and as a wife, and like all the things that I need to do to take care of my husband and my kids. And I don't know. So I'm constantly rushing, trying to get everything done, and like keep up on laundry, keep up on cooking, grocery shopping, make sure I'm picking them up from the bus on time, and those types of things. And so like I'm really torn constantly. Like I want to be a truck driver and I want to enjoy my career, but then while I'm in the truck, all I do is stress about how I'm not doing the mom things that I need to be doing. So yeah, thanks for watching my videos. I appreciate it, guys. I really do appreciate it. It's hot in here now. It's getting hot. Ugh. Getting over a little bit of a cold, I think. Doc, I have a housekeeper. I pay somebody to clean my house every 2 weeks. Um, but they don't do like laundry or anything. They clean. Uh, they like do the deep cleaning. Yeah, and I. Oh, thanks, John. Um, and it's totally worth it, to have somebody to come in and mop and clean toilets and that kind of stuff. It's expensive, but it's either I do all that stuff instead of spend time with my kids or doing the things that I need to do. So, hi, Sam. Yeah, I don't know. It's raining right now. I don't know if I need a sunroof. Oh, thank you, John. Yeah, we're doing good out here. I think it's just that I'm one of those people that tries to do everything. I try to do it all, and there's just not enough hours in the day. Yeah, Ronnie, it's good money. I mean, we have 2 hour. It's 2 hours every 2 weeks, and there's three people that come and they deep clean the whole house, and it's I definitely pay quite a bit of money for it, but I don't know. It's you have to decide whether your time is worth it or the money is worth it, and the money is worth saving me the time. Yeah, Ronnie, for sure. That's how I am about everything, though. I'm constantly trying to figure out how I can fit more stuff into my day. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry for a nap. Hmm. What's everybody up to this week? Are we working or what are we doing? No, Dale, no. Like I can see there's two trucks in front of me that are actually supposed to be behind me, and then there's two trucks behind me that are parked, and I'm waiting for a text or a call to let me know um, that we're gonna go down there. I don't know, or we're not going to. I guess they're waiting on a tow truck, and then they're planning on bringing us in. But then we also got the word that the dump site that we've been going to is shut down because of the rain, and yeah. Um, Doc, if I hire somebody, I'm probably going to hire somebody to drive my truck, and then I'll drive the 77. But um, yeah, Ronnie, it depends on where you're getting loaded, where the dirt's going, or where the rock's going, or whatever. I don't know. This round, it's about an hour and 15 minutes each direction on this one. Uh, Nick, they'll get your truck done. It doesn't. A clutch doesn't take that long. It's starting to get busier down here too. People are starting to move around. More and more cars. Uh, I don't think anybody's going to want to drive the 77 Doc. That's what it is. But I do need to get both trucks working full time so that I can buy another truck. That's my plan. But I also I like I'm tough enough to drive the 77, but I don't know if somebody else is. Like that's the thing is that I don't care about driving an older truck, but I know a lot of people really care about driving. They want to drive brand new trucks. But oh, okay, Nick, that makes sense. But I mean, either way, this truck, my truck, it's 20 years old. It was manufactured. It's an '03, but it was manufactured in '02, so it's over 20 years old. And I've definitely, yeah, Christopher, I'm going to hire somebody. I'm just basically waiting for the right person and the right time to come along. But I've talked to a few people in the past, and they were like, "Oh, well, do you have any new trucks?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, I don't want to work for you." I'm like, "Okay," which is fine. Like that's personal preference, but they were like, "Oh, it's just so tiring driving old trucks." It is. It can be. Like I definitely, when I was pregnant with Remy, um, they took me out of DT3 to put me. Yeah, Doc. He sold some of his trucks, but his trucks aren't spec'd for here. But yeah, Christopher, hit me up. My email is nikifisher@gmail.com. It's NIQIFISHER@gmail. It's also down in the description of all of my videos except for this one because I didn't add anything to this one. So if you get on my link tree, my contact form's on there. But yeah, I don't know. What I was saying, Pelco. I got close to the end of my pregnancy and I was like really tired, and I know that my truck was only a 14, but I was just real tired, and I told them I didn't know how much longer so like just basically like I was like I didn't know how much longer I could work, but they were really short-handed and they needed me, and so they put me in Tommy's truck at the time, which was the newest truck that Pelco had. It was DT8, and that was like the auto, the nicest one, like the Allison auto, the newest truck they had. And yeah, I still was struggling climbing in and out of it, but the days definitely got easier on your body. But I don't know. I guess it's just different. Fuel, I paid $4.59 a gallon for fuel this morning, which has been $4.59 for at least 2 weeks. That hasn't changed at all. But yeah, Ryan, I'm sure that what'll happen is my goal is to get 5 trucks in the next 3 years total. And then what'll probably happen when you get to that size is that your drivers will start calling in sick, and so I'll probably have to start covering other people's work and that kind of stuff, which is fine. But it would be nice to be the fill-in driver. Yeah, Ronnie, I don't know what the fuel prices are other places because I don't really pay attention because it doesn't affect me, if that makes sense. I only have the capacity to worry about what's going on in my life, if that makes sense. Like stressing. I used to worry about politics, and I have I have strong beliefs, and it used to stress me out because I let it get on me. But now I don't worry about it so much. Yeah, I just worry about what I can control. Yeah, Doc. I don't know. You do what you can. My goal is to have 15 trucks, but I'm worried about the next 3 years. So I uh, I just worry about the next three, the next 3 years, the next 3 trucks, and getting somebody to help me out driving. Yeah, 30 is a lot of trucks. I don't know. I've worked at construction companies that had 80 or 100, and one of the problems you run into, and I'm sure you guys know this, especially if you work locally, is you get a lot of like cool kid syndrome, or like I don't know, bullying and that kind of stuff. Because truck drivers, they can't seem to just be nice. And because I've only really worked in construction in my adult life, I've never really worked, um, you know, another type of job. It just seems like when you get that many truck drivers together, there ends up being like a group of senior drivers that bully the new people, or a group of senior drivers that bully one of the other people that's equal to them. I don't know. I don't know how to prevent that. I'm actually actively looking for books on leadership on how to prevent that kind of behavior, because some of the worst things that I've ever experienced in truck driving is the bullying that goes on. And it had nothing to do with me being female. It had everything to do with the drivers that were in their 50s were just mean to the drivers in their 20s, and they, rather than imparting their knowledge and guiding them, they're like they're just kind of pushing them around. We don't need e-logs ever. They don't require it. We can have as many trucks as we want. They don't require it. Hi, Dennis. But I don't know. Yeah, Ronnie, it is. It can be very hard. Uh, oh yeah, that's good, Sam. I don't think a lot of people are like that, but some are. But I don't know. There's trying to figure out how to prevent the bullying and the meanness that goes on. Like I went through a phase where one of the companies I worked for, there was a group of people there. Um, yeah, Ronnie, I agree. That they thought they were God's gift to truck driving, and one of them flat out told me to my face that I didn't deserve to be there, and I just was like, okay, it's like you're so young, you need more experience, and you don't deserve to drive at this caliber, and I was like, okay, well, I got the job, so I don't know, whatever, and then he proceeded to start being like sabotaging my truck, like putting on my mud locks. They'd be like my mud locks would be in the cab, and then the next day I'd go to dump out, and one of my mud locks would be on my trailer locked, or like unhooking a pintle hitch when you get out to go to the bathroom and that kind of stuff. So that's part of the reason why I haven't forced Bobby to fix my pintle hitch, because you have to smack it with a freaking hammer really hard to get it to unlock and lock. And I don't worry about it. I don't mind doing that because I know it takes some effort for somebody to unlatch it. So I don't know. What was that one? I missed it. You guys. Yeah, Ronnie. What he was saying is that I didn't. I should be working for a private company, making the lower wage, and not. I wasn't of the caliber to be in the union, but whatever. You know what? Hey, Ronnie. I've met some really, I don't know how smart or not smart you are, but I've met some really dumb people that got their CDLs. So like it's not that difficult. I mean, obviously, like you have to learn stuff. Hi, Dylan, to pass the test and whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It's not that difficult as long as you take the time to like learn. It's not that hard. Yeah, Christopher, I was in the union for 7 years. In the first year or two was the worst, and then I got on at Pelco, and then it was much better. It was much smaller company, and there wasn't so much bullying, and there wasn't so much competition. Like I don't know, we were all just there to work together, and had that's the thing I don't understand about these people that bully each other over this stuff is like we're there to just get the job done safely, and everyone, can work together and do whatever. And it doesn't make sense to single anyone out and make it harder for them to be successful, especially if you're ruining the success of the company. Because if the company doesn't do well, you don't do well. That's what I don't understand. That's one thing that I've never really understood is that people like are so worried about like how well they're doing on hours and that kind of stuff. But they don't worry about the success of the company and like whether the company can make a profit. Because if the company can't make a profit, they're not gonna put money into the trucks. They're not gonna put money into the company, and they'll stop working altogether eventually. So, um, Ryan, I thought about getting a lowboy. I don't have like I drove lowboy for a short time back in freaking '07, but and I've hauled equipment, so I would have to make sure that I hired the right person to do lowboy stuff. Yeah, Ronnie, I agree. So I would have to have the right staff. And a friend of mine, he just got a job. He's a lowboy driver. He's got a job at another company, changed companies, and they didn't have a lowboy operation, and he basically set up their entire lowboy operation, and he's working for them. And I was like, I didn't know you were looking to do something like that, or I would have bought you a lowboy. You could set up my lowboy operation. And he's like, I still can. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't have the money for a lowboy right now. What has happened to Justin? I haven't talked to him in a while. Last I talked to him, he said he had to sell a couple of trucks, and but yeah, I haven't. I don't know. Last time he was at a live stream, he was talking about how he was going to take a break from YouTube to focus on the kids. I think is what he was saying. But Daryl, Daryl? Did you leave the live chat because I just got a notification that you just ordered a. It doesn't tell me what you ordered. It just tells me that you ordered. All right. Did you leave the live chat? Ronnie, I haven't talked to Allison in a while, but I know she's driving truck and trailer, so she's doing better for sure. She definitely put in the time. Yeah, Mike, he told me that, and I think he got it worked out, but I think he needed a bunch of money. I think he had to pay his full year of insurance up front, and I don't know. So, Daryl, I think you left the live chat because I just got a notification that you bought something, probably a sweatshirt, I'm guessing, off of the website. But thank you for that purchase. I appreciate it. Who else is in here? Yeah, Ronnie, end up fall over all the time. Yeah, Doc, that's what I think he was taking some time from YouTube and he was selling a couple of trucks. Yeah. Everybody always suggests that I buy trucks from Justin, but they're not specced for Washington, so it doesn't make sense. Yeah, Perry, I know. So I've told him you need to stay away from the auction, but he doesn't listen. I don't know if he's going to be able to go with me next time. We'll see. No, I've never had a end dump over, but I've driven end dumps. I've pulled one, but I've never dumped one over. Ronnie, he's at work. Yeah. Hi, Jared. There's still nothing happening here. There's a lot of mixer trucks driving by, though. Freaking 10 o'clock. Huh. I should probably get off of here and Ronnie, no, he doesn't. He can drive trucks if he wants, but he's a diesel mechanic. Yeah, Doc, it's a minimum. We're working for $180 an hour right now, and then it'd be a 4-hour minimum if I just go home now. No, Daryl, I don't know. Yeah, we'll get paid for 4 hours if I go home. But yeah, I haven't heard anything from down there. Yeah, I mean, from what I heard is there was a truck broke down in the intersection in front of the job, so there was no way to get into the job, and it was like a tractor trailer. Harold, are you in the group chat? Because I can see you on the website. Did you guys know that whenever you go on my website, I get a notification that somebody's on there, and if you've been on there before, it shows your name. Yeah, Daryl, if I go home now, I'll go home and relieve the nanny, and she can go home, and I'll hang out with Rem for the rest of the day. The older kids are out with their friends because there's no school today, and they're doing fun things with them, so they won't be around. They're busy. Not putting a deer guard on my truck. That's a waste of weight and money. I've never hit a deer in my entire life. But you think about anything you add to the truck is going to take away from its payload. And sometimes when I work for Iron Mountain, I'm paid on tonnage, and yeah, I'm not doing that. Also, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I think deer guards look stupid on any truck. Yeah, Ronnie, my son doesn't think I'm cool either. He thinks I'm the most annoying person ever. So it's fine. He used to be my little freaking buddy, and now he's like too cool for me. Too cool. That's why I had Remy though, so because now Remy can be my buddy. Oh man. All right, guys. Well, I should get off here and call down some of the front trucks and find out what the heck's going on. But all right, guys. Well, you guys have good days at work, and if I don't get back on live this week, I hope everyone has a great week. And I will see you guys next time.